Hello, welcome to Kansas Wesleyan University's online SOAR. My name is Lois Madsen. I am the Director of Student Financial Planning here at Kansas Wesleyan University. My Associate Director, Michelle Jensen, and I will be your partners in assisting you to finance your Kansas Wesleyan education in a financially healthy manner. In other words, so mom and dad can still retire on time. We will be your partners and your guides through the higher education and financing process. In the next 5 minutes or so, we will explain the KWU finance process and share advice on higher education financial wellness. Ideally, the admissions and financial aid process are followed simultaneously because they're interrelated. On the financial aid side, you'll complete the FAFSA. It opens on October 1st for the fall term of the following year. For example, the 2017-18 FAFSA is based on your 2015 tax year income. 2018-19 will be based on your 2016 tax year income. 4 days after you submit your FAFSA, check your My KWU student portal to see if additional documents or processes are needed. Follow the hypertext link for each one. A PDF will appear with instructions and forms. After you are accepted for admission, if your financial aid documents are complete, you'll receive an award letter in the mail detailing expected charges and financial aid resources, and if there's a remaining balance after financial aid, the amount. Your awards appear immediately on the My KWU student portal. A paper award letter will be mailed to your house. Instructions and forms attached to assist you in resolving the gap. We'll talk more about that later. I think you'll be relieved. You received this flyer from the admissions office. As you can see, Kansas Wesleyan academic scholarships are awarded automatically. No essay, no song to sing, no poem to write, no competition. KWU gave over $7 million last year in scholarships. We thank the donors, the alumni, and the Board of Trustees for being able to do that. Academic awards are awarded on merit. For incoming freshmen, we look at the KWU composite, which is the ACT score times the high school GPA. For transfer students, we look at their cumulative college GPA. An important concept is renewal. College is a 4-year investment. After year 1 at Kansas Wesleyan, we will evaluate the academic scholarships entirely on their KWU cumulative GPA. In order to retain their current scholarship, they must maintain a 2.5 grade point average. If they increase their grade point average to a 2.75 or above, they can increase their scholarship. The performance is an activity-related scholarship. It is dependent upon continued participation in an activity. A 2.0 cumulative grade point average allows that to be renewed, but the student can change activities. This slide shows you the award letter. The assumptions area shows you the assumptions we've made about your enrollment status and whether you'll be living on campus or off, and that helps us calculate the estimated charges. Below that appears the financial aid awards and the remaining balance. It shows both for the term and for the year. This is helpful in planning how the family plans the options they will use for solving the remaining balance. Also attached to the paper award letter is the payment selection form. Let's talk about a sample financial aid package. This is actually a real student. She was an incoming freshman for this year. She has a very high school GPA and a very nice ACT score, a KWU composite over 94. She qualifies for the Presidential Academic Scholarship. Her family is low income, so she's receiving the maximum amount in Pell Grant and an SEOG grant. These are federal grants. Her performance reward is related to the athletic event that she's participation in. She's also a Kansas Wesleyan resident. She filed her FAFSA by April 1st, so she'll be eligible for the Kansas Comprehensive Grant. She's receiving federal student loans at the freshman level. The sophomore level will go up $1,000, and at the junior level another $1,000, and then it stays there for the senior year. Some parents hope that we can increase these loans. We cannot. The students' loans are set to an annual loan limit set in law. But let's talk about my student again. As you can see, after the loan fees are deducted from her total aid, her total financial aid proceeds will be $33,861 against charges of $37,840. That means there's a remaining balance of $3,979. Some families' gaps are higher and some are lower, but it is based on the prior academic performance after all college. So next we talk about resolving the gap. The gap is the most scary part for most families. If my PowerPoint is working, you're going to hear a ghostly, scary sound. But this is simple math. Charges minus financial aid, the remaining balance is a gap. The second page of the award letter is the 5 options page. It compares the key features of the 5 options the university has to offer. You may have other options in mind. If you do, please contact us so we can help you. As you can see, option number 1 is a favorite for the Vice President of Finance here at Kansas Wesleyan. Just write us a check prior to the beginning of each term. Option number 2, the family can divide the remaining balance for each term into 4 or 5 monthly payments so that the charges are paid in full at the end of the term. There's no interest charge, merely a $25 processing fee, and it's automatically withdrawn from the account that you designate. For some families, though, these payments would be just too large to be comfortable. These families look at options 3 and options 4. Option 3 is a parent loan. This is the federal government loan. It helps those families who could not save enough for college. It's easy to qualify. Only 4 items are looked at on their credit report: that the parent not be in default on a federal student loan, they have no federal tax lien, no bankruptcy or foreclosure in the preceding 5 years, and no item on their credit report more than 90 days past due. If those things are not on there, they will be approved. The parent applies at www.studentloans.gov. The parent who is borrowing logs on with their federal student aid ID, their FSA ID, the thing they signed FAFSA with. For this year, the interest rate on that loan is 6.31% and the origination fee is 4.276. Options 4 and 5 are private alternative loans. These are from commercial banks. Therefore, they're based entirely upon FICO scores or credit ratings. Both approval for these loans and the interest rate is set by the FICO score. There is no origination fee. The student can be the borrower, but anyone can be a cosigner. Unlike the parent loan, only a parent can borrow. With this loan, anyone can be the cosigner. You apply at the lender of your choice's site. The 3 largest volume lenders that we participate with are Sallie Mae, Discover Loans, and Wells Fargo Bank. After you have selected the options you wish to follow, complete the form that relates to that option and submit it to our office so we can support you in processing. Our next video is about more resources to help with the gap.